This episode is sponsored by Mother Muckers like you. Thanks for mucking it up with us every single weekend. Now, yes, every single week, every single Sunday at 4 p.m., not Friday at 4 p.m. Get the next episode up to 100% off when you go to the official Muck shop at mothermuckyoumuckme.com. But hurry, this offer is only going to last until podcasts stop becoming a thing. So get your next episode today.
Wow.
What's good, everybody? You know it's us. We're the Muks next door.
I didn't know we got sponsored so quick.
We already have a sponsor. We're that good.
It's so
we
amazing.
Sponsor ourselves.
Yeah. We got everybody to donate to our Patreon, to our Kickstarter, to our
PayPal.
Yeah, to our PayPals, to our Venmos.
Followed us on Instagram.
Yep. We got everybody. We're already on the way to becoming the number one podcast in the country.
Exactly. We're everywhere.
That's awesome. We are the Muks next door.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Frank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with
My name is Francine.
the illustrious Francine
and I'm Neil from China.
Oh,
No, I'm
and and Neil from China.
like straight up, or like just like
not even.
my parents, yes, and my brother technically, but no, my sister and I are very, very whitewashed. So
love it.
but yeah, this is our first episode in a couple weeks here, because y'all were in a very, very fun, special place. What's up with that? Where's tell everybody where you've been on hiatus?
Oh, we went to Hawaii, and I'm very sunburnt.
Yeah, we went to the island of Oahu, stayed in Waikiki.
Yep.
Honolulu. 10 out of 10.
Oh my god, it was great. It was hot. It was very hot, but there's lots of water everywhere. So.
I mean, it was a cool 85 degrees every day. And so not as scorching as people might think, but it was super humid.
And it was your guys' like whole house, right? That went basically.
Yeah, minus Zach.
Okay. Yeah. How long were y'all there for?
Oh yeah,
6 days.
6 days. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Left on Monday night, came back Sunday night.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. I was telling Brandon and Nick on the plane ride home. I was like, Monday I went to work. Immediately afterwards, went straight home. Changed clothes. Immediately got in my mom's car with everyone else. We drove to the airport. Went on vacation. It was super nice. Then got on the plane back. Came back at 12 o'clock midnight.
Yeah.
Immediately went home. Immediately unpacked my stuff. Went to bed immediately. Then woke up to go to work the next day. So I literally I went from work to vacation to work.
Oh wow.
Just what you gonna do? But totally worth it. I would definitely recommend.
Yeah, that sounds hella fun though. So it was like, around mid 80s. Is it like a dry heat over there, or is it more humid?
Oh, very humid.
Super humid.
Okay.
It is a shock, but after a while you do acclimate. It doesn't suffocate you anymore.
I mean, I didn't acclimate.
Oh well, I mean, I'm Southeast Asian. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, Frank, it was probably
he was choked to death.
I can imagine.
Every time I came back to the Airbnb, I immediately turned on the air conditioner.
Yeah,
just full blast, 61 degrees, please.
So it was like island wise, because I've never been to Hawaii before. So island wise, is it like the main one that people usually go to, or is it I guess what's the, because I know people go to different ones and stuff like that. So is there like a distinct, you go to this island for this if you want to do this, or is it just kind of like
100? I feel like it is the most popular island because the capital is there.
Okay.
And then also you get a good mix of island life, and then there's like the Waikiki downtown area. So there's a lot of urban partying, drinking, nightlife.
Party island.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But there's also North Shore, which is very low key and super island life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice. Well, what sorts of stuff did y'all do while you're down there?
My favorite part was snorkeling. Even though my jaw locked up when I bit down on the fucking
On the
How hard were
snorkel?
you biting down on?
I was bunged that
Extremely
shit down
hard.
like no other, and my
Was
jaw
it-
locked up.
Was it because like you were, you didn't want like water to come in, or like were you just like nervous about snorkeling, or?
No, I think it wasn't an anxious thing. It was totally a subconscious thing. When I had that thing in my mouth, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I just felt the need to bite down. You know what I mean?
like it's like some sort of, I don't know, maybe primate instinct. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, water's gonna get in my mouth if I don't
Oh.
seal tight.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see myself doing something like that.
But yeah, like what you're supposed to do, I think, is like put your whole lips around the thing.
Oh, okay.
And then keep your jaw slack. So your lips are the things that's
Yeah.
like,
I see. I see.
Yeah. If you're, I caught myself clamping down, but I mean, I've done it a couple times before, so I was like, ow, oh yeah, lips, not teeth.
yeah.
Nice. Would you say that was your favorite part about the whole trip?
Oh yeah, because we got to see some sea turtles. We did
that's
some
sick.
swim. Like
Yeah.
it was like a 2.5 hour, maybe 3 hour excursion. But we
Yeah,
saw some sea turtles and beautiful fish.
It was, sea turtle. I didn't expect to see any sea turtles, but they were just chilling, just flapping their little wings in the water. It was awesome. That wasn't my favorite because for whatever reason, I didn't get a life vest,
Oh
and
my
I didn't get flippers. I just got the snorkel and some water shoes.
That's right.
I was like, I just spent $30 buying this snorkel set. I'm not gonna spend money on flippers or a life vest. I'm trying to save my money.
They don't got like any rentals or anything.
They
Like,
There
had
are.
some, but they were like $20 to rent it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, just give me the water. Just give
do
me the
you
water.
still have the snorkel set? Are you gonna go snorkeling here?
I-
Where are
I
you gonna
s-
go snorkeling here?
I still have it. Yeah. Well, okay. It's Hawaii, right? It's a tourist trap. So it was like $22 to rent, $29 to buy.
Oh,
and I was
I'm-
like, I might as well just buy it.
I'm
then.
gonna lay into you so hard when we transition to the personal finance session of this
Oh my God.
podcast. This is the-
Neil, I learned my lesson. It was so hard trying
Yeah.
to keep myself afloat, and like it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't salt water, you know, because I don't want to drink it. I don't want to taste it. So I'd like grab onto Nick and Tommy who had life vests every once in a while and be like, dude, I'm literally drowning right now. You just let me hang here for like 5 minutes, okay? Hold on, let me fix my shit.
I would like to say I'm a very avid swimmer, so flippers were like the move for me. But yeah, I was like the second we got in, I was like, Frank, you don't got nothing. You don't got nothing.
Yeah, when I saw everyone had flippers, I was starting to get a little nervous, and I was like, I might have.
yeah, I
might have messed up
I
here.
would probably, I would not go in because I went paddleboarding maybe like a few weeks ago for the first time, and it was the first time I realized it was the first time that I've been in a body of water like forever, and I know that I can swim. I maybe just have to get used to it, but no, if I didn't have that life jacket, like I would not have.
Absolutely.
like the fact that you just went in, you have a plastic tube as your form of protection. Like that's basically what you decided to do.
I mean, my only saving grace is I'm a decently strong swimmer, so I was okay.
That's fair then. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
okay for most of the time. Some of the time I was drowning, but most of the time I was doing okay. I was able to keep up with everybody decently well, which I was happy about.
I think the saltwater helped you though. Saltwater people float more with saltwater.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah.
Don't take away from my non-flipper.
No,
achievements.
I would never do that because like I think back, I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? I'm a great swimmer. No, I would not have done what you did.
I should have brought flippers. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking. I just wanted to get in the water.
It was really hot actually where we were.
Yeah.
We were standing in the sun renting stuff for like maybe an hour.
Just get me in the water.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. But
long line. I'm
Not
guessing?
even a long line. What were we doing? We went to the buffet because we were trying to look for something to eat.
oh yeah, we went to a random hotel in Turtle Beach. We just like walked through like their like swimming pool area and
Yeah.
went to like this like their eatery area, and we're like, hey, can we get a table? And they're like, room number, and we're like, oh no, we don't. We're not. We don't go here.
And they're like, MBZ, baby.
And they're like, well, all right, go on in.
No. They were so chill. They were like, yeah, sit down. We'll take your money.
Room number. the Airbnb down the street.
We were like 40 minutes away from our Airbnb.
Yeah. We drove out for this.
We went, but it's even better. We went to that place because the guy, our waiter, told us a bunch of told us about the snorkel area. And stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he also told us about this waterfall area, which was my favorite part of the day, or the entire trip, honestly. Because after suffering and drowning in the salt water, we went to like this waterfall area. It's like a 30-minute walk through like the jungle or the woods.
Botanical gardens.
Oh yes. Sorry, the botanical gardens, not the jungle.
Fancy.
And then like we came.
This uneducated man, he's
through the Hawaiian jungle.
it was protected. There's a lot of money that goes into the botanical gardens. Everything was
sure.
like.
I felt like we were like knee deep in like.
It was so fancy, Neil. I'm gonna tell you right now. There was paths for us. There were signs. Okay, he wishes it was a jungle.
Yeah, there was concrete. And go-karts everywhere.
I was sad to find out that this wasn't just what formed in nature. I was expecting.
I was a little disappointed because when we came to the little area where we can swim in the pond with like the waterfall, it was like set up like a SeaWorld exhibit, you know, like there's like bleachers and like a little amphitheater and like a guy handing out life vests, and I was like, okay. But the minute I put on a life vest and I got in the water, oh man, it was so nice. It was so good.
It was also in the shade too, so like the water was cool.
Oh yeah, that's clutch.
Oh, it was great.
And it was fresh. I think, to be honest, I think that it was the Life Vest, dude. It was the Life Vest that was selling it for you, and in the cool shade.
I'll be honest. When I saw a Life Vest, I was like, I'm not even. Give me one of those, please.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this again. But it was great.
Yeah, that sounds really dope. So y'all are definitely gonna go back soon then. Maybe not soon, but like
we kept being like, would you live here? Like, would you move down here? Because like it's kind of funny. We reminded of a conversation we had way back in high school,
right?
Where like all of us were like talking about going to college in Hawaii,
yeah,
and then moving there for like 4 or 5 years or something like that.
Quitting life on the mainland, opening a like egg roll truck.
yeah. Starting a new life in Hawaii and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's hot, which I don't like, but
I was gonna say I don't think you would probably last about the same amount of time there, and you'd be like, I want to go back to civilization.
It's a really nice way of life, though. Like it's really chill.
It's super chill. Everybody's like on their own time. You know what I mean? So nobody's like rushing to be anywhere.
Even the crosswalks, Neil.
Yeah.
Even the crosswalks. Crosswalks takes forever. You're sitting there for like 2 minutes waiting for it to turn to little green.
He's
man.
exaggerating.
I'm not even kidding.
It's like a minute.
I feel
but
like
yeah.
that would just piss me off.
It's like a minute, but yeah, it is a long time, especially for the amount of foot traffic that there is going on versus the car traffic. It should be more frequent for the little pedestrians.
I didn't want that little green man to be on island time. I wanted him to be on time for me, but I don't know. I'm sure I could get used to it. It's pretty laid back.
It seems pretty cool. Like it's just like a cool area to live. I'm just concerned because like I said I've never been there, but I feel like my only concern is that what if it's like an Anaheim type thing? Because like the people that go, well, what I'm saying is the people that go to Disneyland, right? For example, they're like, oh my God, it must be so dope to live in Anaheim because you can go to Disneyland is like 2 minutes away from. Apparently, people that live in Anaheim hate living in Anaheim,
right?
Because it's like they're right next to Disney. The traffic is horrible because of Disney. They have to like listen to fireworks every single night, and it's just like it's
my God,
insane. Like it's not that extreme in a place like Hawaii, but Hawaii is known. One of its major things is its tourism,
of course,
right? So like I hear that other places with a lot of tourism, it's either it can range from it's okay, but maybe it might be like a little bit disappointing just because it's not as like large scale and like sparkly in a way, right? When you're actually living there, it might like lose its luster a little bit.
For
But,
sure.
Yeah, I was just like thinking of that, but it does seem like just like all things considered, just if anything, just like a nice place to just like wake up to every day. Like I could see that being a huge appeal to someone who just like wants to live that sort in that sort of environment.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it's a good point you make because some of the workers there in some of the touristy areas, like my God, they have dead eyes. I thought I had dead eyes at my 40-hour-a-week job, but no, man, jeez Louise, like so they're just being put through the ringer. So
Yeah, and I want to just say too, I was looking at some of the real estate in Hawaii, or especially the area we're at.
Yeah.
It is off the chain, so expensive there because I'm sure just like people who are like even can remotely afford it, they'll just nab on all the affordable stuff and like driving that house.
and then just rent it out for tourism.
Oh, 100%. Like the more affordable places, I think that's probably where the locals live.
Yeah.
And there's like, not a like not even a little speck of what tourism. Like no tourists are going over in those places at all because there's nothing to cater for them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the beach that we went to, there's like no tourism over there at all.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a tough choice. Definitely missed the cold though, and the rain. The day we came back, it rained, and I was like, "Oh, thank God."
I will say, like, I when I was living in California, it's like obviously the sunshine is nice, but I like seasons as well.
Yeah.
Right. And it doesn't help that my favorite kind of weather is snow. So it's like I was like, okay, well, I guess I just never will get this ever again here until I moved back. But yeah.
So yeah, Tommy, my partner, loves the sunshine. He gets seasonal depression like no other.
Oh.
So sunshine for us is like pretty important.
Yeah.
I'm a chameleon. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It can be rain, shine, snow, blizzard. I don't care.
Funny. I get seasonal depression too, but only when it's sunny.
That is hilarious.
I'm like, please.
Yeah, that is well, yeah.
Give me a break. I don't want to sweat anymore.
That's hella funny. Did y'all watch any movies while you were there?
We did actually.
Oh, really? Yeah, what'd you watch?
We watched Mission Impossible.
Oh my God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we could probably talk that on a later thing though. But yeah, we are continuing the streak strong because
y'all have watched every
we did a marathon.
every MI?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was there was lots of ups and downs, a lot more downs than ups. But I mean, we watched, what is it, the 7th movie now?
I think it's 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's probably one of the better ones, but like my total rating for the whole series is like less than a 2 or just right at a 2. So it's like
Francie is not a fan.
no,
Out of 10?
No, out of 5. Sorry, I'm a out of 5 girly.
Okay.
We actually had this debate during the trip too.
That's right.
I'm an out of 10 guy. She's an out of 5.
I like the 10 scale better.
I do too. Because she's
personally.
always like, it's a 4.5, it's a 2.5. I'm like, just put it on a 10-point scale. Just multiply by 2.
I'm gonna do it doesn't matter for me because if it's at a 10, I'm gonna do it's a 9.2, 9.5. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do the points wherever.
But to well, let's I'm gonna save this for a little bit later. But
Sure.
but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll try to catch Mission Impossible. Fun fact, I've never seen a Mission Impossible movie.
Oh my gosh, we should have roped you in on the marathon because Tommy and I had never seen one at all either.
So you marathoned because you hadn't seen it.
Yeah,
me and Brandon had watched just about all of them.
Okay.
Well, yeah, just there's a couple ones that we had missed.
Brandon's a fan. Frank was selling us so hard on it. I'm going to tell you right there. He's not allowed to pick a movie for us to watch until we've picked 7 movies. That's how much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
I compared them to like the like movie candy. Like they're just kind of fun movies to watch. I hadn't seen them in a while. I may have been. These are more like expired movie candy. Some of them. So the way I described it was Mission Impossible 1. Mm-hmm. Decent movie, good movie.
Yeah.
Like at the time when it came out, probably a really revolutionary action movie, I would say.
Uh-huh.
Right now, like 7 out of 10 kind of thing. You know, it's passable. It's good. The beginning I feel like is kind of like the best part because it very much turns the whole your expectations on his head. Second movie, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Like literal trash.
I did not sugarcoat that at all. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't get any credit for that either.
No, but I mean, I just didn't. Nope. Nothing could prepare us for the literal trash. Like you can say it's
absolute-
trash.
think of every like 2000s action movie cliche. They have that in Mission Impossible 2.
But did it so
But
poorly.
I mean, it was like, big movie in, because when did MI2 come out? Mid 2000s, right?
Probably early
Well,
2000s.
First one was 1990.
8 or something. 95.
Brandon, fact check me, please.
But then
Something like
I
that.
think the second one came out like 2003 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's basically like the middle of all those cliches, right? It's kind of unavoidable if you release a movie in that time frame. So it's
No,
like,
but you don't understand. They did them so poorly. Like like
you
the way.
gotta watch it, man. I don't know how else to say it. Like, there's absolutely no redeeming this movie.
All right,
The only redemption is that Luther is in it. Vince. What's his name? I forget his name. Oh yeah, 2000.
Oh, 2000. My bad.
It's right there. It's
Yeah.
right there. The cheese factor is just that's the height.
Who's Ving Ramses, the guy who plays Luther.
Yeah.
Being Rames, you mean?
Yeah, thank you. Ramses the Third. Ving Rams, yes, thank you. He's like the shining light in all the movies.
He's literally my fave for sure.
It's the only thing that I could convince Francine to keep watching the movies for.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm gonna marathon them in reverse order.
Okay, I will tell you then that okay, so one is decent, 2 absolute dog shit, 3, 4, 5 pretty samey. 3 is probably the best one out of all of them.
Samey as in like,
They're literally the same movie, different.
but are they better than either the first or second one?
They're better than 2.
They're definitely
Better than
better than 2.
Okay.
But everything's better than 2. That's a bad comparison.
Yeah.
They're like around 1, I would say. Maybe a little bit
one
lower.
step below 1 because
Yeah.
it's like, they've done this already. It's like basically a Tom Cruise suck off fest. Like, you know what? It's like literally it's like, "Oh, can we do it?" And then Ethan's like,
I can.
and then he does it and it's like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? It's like, dude, this is not even like a how is this even a movie?
I will say 3, 4, and 5 have way better like stunts and stakes, and that's what makes it
I feel
more
like
fun for
maybe
me to
that's
watch.
when they kind of found like a stride and then just kind of
Yeah,
roll with it. They realized that it's gonna make money, right? Like regardless.
all the memorable scenes of the Mission Impossible franchise are in like 3, 4, and 5 in my mind. And then 6 I actually never seen before. I didn't realize it until we started watching it. 6 is probably the best one in my opinion.
Oh, that's the one with Henry
Henry
Cavill,
Cavill.
Henry,
right?
yes.
Reloading his fists.
Yep. Yeah, I freaking love that one. That's the one that Brandon has watched like 5 times, and he still loves it.
Okay.
And then seventh was okay. It was
I think it was
closer to 6 than
Yeah,
than,
it was-
than 1.
I feel like it was probably better than 6 just because of it's I don't know, I go back and forth. It's hard.
Could be, yeah. It's also hard because it's a part 1, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta see the conclusion of it later on.
I see.
But that one was the first one that it was not a Tom Cruise suck off fest, which was like, oh, it's like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean?
Six was kind of 2.
But it was still like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
They throw in a twist for sure. They throw in a twist at the end that's like, oh, okay. That's what makes it like pretty good.
Yeah,
But that was like the start. It was still
They toned it down. They toned it down.
yeah. It's still a Tom Cruise suck off.
But speaking of movies, we actually ironically all watched Barbie last night.
Yes.
Yep.
Me and
right.
Neil watched it together with some other friends, and then
And then,
Francine and
yeah.
Tommy watched it with Zach and a couple other
Segregated but together.
Welcome to the Separate But Equal podcast.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew this, Neil, but when we came home and we told Brandon that we watched Barbie, me and Francine and you watched Barbie, he was like, "Wait, shit. Okay. I bought a ticket for 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it right before the podcast. So we can
Yeah,
talk
and
about it.
nobody believed him. And then he comes home today at like 12 p.m. And I'm like, where were you at? And he was like, dude, I told you I went to go see Barbie. I was like, what the? Oh my God, this man is dedicated.
Yeah, this
So-
I think I remember seeing something. Please fact check me on this, Brandon. But I think opening weekend so far, Barbie has made 155 million, which is
Well deserved.
absolutely insane.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, totally deserved for sure.
But it's like it's all the marketing with the like barbenheimer shit, which nobody here has seen Oppenheimer yet, right?
No.
We're gonna watch it tonight. Actually.
Oh, you're gonna watch it? Okay. So we get. I feel like it's. I know like everybody is like, oh, we're gonna watch both in the same day. I'm like, no. I want to experience both movies, so
Right.
I don't want to like turn my brain to mush.
I was down until I realized Oppenheimer was 3 hours long.
I mean, Barbie is almost there too. So
I was
it's
gonna say
like,
Barbie is super long too.
It's
I
2.5
know, but
hours.
I wouldn't have like.
that's what I'm saying. I can't do both. I gotta do one a day.
I personally was more hyped for Oppenheimer.
really? Why is that?
I don't know.
I was too.
I think it's mostly just because Christopher Nolan, Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
And just the story
That-
of the guy.
Oh, the Cillian Murphy frontal nude scene for 5 minutes. I can't wait.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that really-
yeah.
how is this man? Okay, I just need to bring something
They didn't
up
have
really
any of
quick.
that shit in
I'm just
Barbie.
kidding. I'm just
They
kidding.
didn't.
Yeah, they have no genitals in Barbie. They talked about it.
Yeah, so we got this pulled up here. Barbie still gorgeous with best year to date 155 mil opening. Oppenheimer detonates 80 mil. These fucking headlines.
I know.
An incredible 300 million total U.S. box office weekend. That is
Wow.
That's unreal.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the name of, I think, Christopher Nolan, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The Christopher
yeah.
Nolan is really pulling in for that movie. And I think for Barbie, it's the whole package. If that movie is not good, it's not going to do
It's
well.
just the presentation of it. It's like it's very. I don't even know how to describe the appeal of it. Obviously, Barbie is one of like the biggest names ever,
Yeah.
right? In toy franchises, and just it's a cultural icon. But then the way that it's been presented and the whole aesthetic quality of it, and Greta Gerwig is also just like a
Amazing.
yeah, she's everyone's
Love.
like hyping her up. She
The
makes
director.
great movies. But yeah, it was just so. I can totally see why, and I think the unintentional marketing, right? There's all this stuff. I think I saw this meme earlier that was like Animal Crossing and Doom did it first.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Because I think what
Mix
was
Oppenheimer and Barbie.
Yeah.
What was the what's the title of the new Animal Crossing? New Horizons?
Yes.
Yeah. That came out. I'm pretty sure that released the same day as the new Doom game.
Yeah, either the same day or same.
So then
weekend, something
everyone was
that.
like, making these memes about like Doom Crossing and stuff like that, and like Doomslayer hanging out with Isabel and stuff. It was super funny. But yeah, I think it's just these. I mean, it's just a funny coincidence, right? But it's done. I'm curious on how it would have affected if this didn't happen, right? If they just so happened to be released different weekends,
I'm
sure
curious
they
too.
would have still made a ton of money and ton of profit. But this is just like a historical like cinematic moment,
It,
right?
Right.
it weirdly makes you want to watch both in the same weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like it's just.
I think
unlikely
it's because
pairing.
they're polar opposites. One's like super sparkly pink and like super upbeat, and the other
one
one's
is
like
the
so dark. Like literally everyone's wearing black. It's like, yeah, about a nuclear bomb. It like destruction, death. Like how more opposite can they be?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I saw a meme as well. It was like the last time two like absolute polar opposite movies that both did extremely well on like opening weekend box office to whatever you call it. It was like Mamma Mia and The Dark Knight.
What? No shot.
I think they released like the same weekend or something like
Oh
that.
my
and
God.
It was absolutely insane numbers on that as well.
How can Christopher Nolan do that though? You know, again.
I think he's doing it on purpose. He has to at
he
this
has
point.
to. He
yeah.
saw-
What?
He looks for like just the polar opposite. and then just like that's the weekend. There it is.
Right.
But yeah, so we might once we digest Barbie a little bit, I'm super excited to watch and give my full attention to Oppenheimer once I'm
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time to.
yeah. But
talk about next week.
do you anticipate which one you're gonna like better? I have a feeling I know your answer, Francine, already, but like which one do you think you'll like more once you see both of them?
I feel like I'm a cinema hoe. So I feel I'm not out here going to
Me
be
too.
like, I'm not out here going to be like, yo, I'm not trying to look for like the best movie and be like, an unqualified film critic, but I feel like I might like Oppenheimer more. I'm not
Okay.
even going to lie.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I mean that the whole vibe of Barbie, like I'm
Oh my God,
I'm
it was so
so in
good.
love with the whole vibe, the whole message. I mean, yeah, I do love that movie. Was it like my fave movie of this year? Probably not, but it did leave a huge impact for me, and maybe like some of the messaging I will like take forever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know which one I like better because I honestly, I mean, both these movies I was never really that into at first, and then when they were both released on the same weekend, then I was like, well, I don't know.
That's how
All
they
the
get
hype-
you.
Yeah, that's how I'm a sheeple. I don't know what to
Hollywood
say.
has entered your brain.
dude, yeah,
I
I would
have
have
to
seen
say-
Barbie no matter what. You know what I mean? I would have
but-
seen it.
Yeah, I mean, Barbie blew me away, and I mean, the more I see of the trailers for Oppenheimer, I mean, I'm actually getting more excited just to see Oppenheimer as well.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I'm a clean slate, baby. I'm gonna be impressed probably no matter what because Christopher Nolan and Killian. But
Yeah. I still haven't seen. Let's see. So Nolan's last movie was Tenet,
Tenet,
right? I still haven't seen Tenet.
I haven't either.
Because I sort of I know.
It was
I
like
call myself. I agreed wholeheartedly with your cinema ho statement, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen Tenet. One of
no.
the biggest movies.
It did come out during like COVID, so like
Did it?
yeah.
I thought it was 2019. No.
or it was either like during COVID or like right after COVID. Brandon knows better than I did. He's the only one that I know that saw it. Yeah, during COVID. Okay.
But yeah, I didn't see that. And then what was? It was Dunkirk, right? Before.
Oh, that's
before
the one I
Tenet.
Yeah.
haven't seen.
Dunkirk. Oh, you haven't seen Dunkirk?
It's like another
Yeah,
war. It's like
Who's losing their cinema ho title now?
it's
Hey.
because I'm just gonna say it's another war movie. Do I need to see another war movie?
Harry Styles in it.
I will say.
Okay, that's not a draw for me. Unfortunately, okay. I said cinema ho, not music ho.
Oh, okay.
It's got Harry Styles. Like women like Harry Styles.
Oh my!
Yeah, he sings like during the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's
He sings a really slow, sad cover of "As It Was."
Oh
during
my god!
the planes.
I will
blow
say
over.
I think I was decently hyped for it just because I'm still somewhat like a Nolan simp, right? I'm
Right.
like I'm probably gonna like whatever he makes, but I was actually very pleasantly surprised with Dunkirk. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like my maybe my favorite movie of that year because I think there was something else that came out that year that just kind of blew me away. But yeah, it was. I think it's not exactly like how you would picture a war movie to
Yeah.
sort of look or to feel or the pacing of it. Like it definitely is.
agree.
Yeah, but I actually really loved it, and there's all these. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but there's just these little details during it that you'll sort of notice just in the background that just add to the. I think those really enhance the feel of the movie and make it different than your typical war movie.
Sure.
But yeah, Dunkirk is great. I'm super excited for Oppenheimer. I'm actually quite curious on because most of Nolan's films, the main draw of them is that they're like a huge spectacle,
right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's usually something that sort of hooks you in, whether it's like an action set piece or something. But I don't know if they're gonna focus a lot on that with this movie because it's mostly about the guy, right? And it's kind of like a
Drama.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that it's got like a 94, right, for what that's worth, both audience and critic on RT that just like looked up real quick. So it's just blown everybody away. But no pun intended. But I just realized.
Well,
I'm so close. This is why we get sponsors already. It's because of
these off the cuff puns. Yum yum.
But but yeah, I'm super pumped. I'm super curious too, and I love Cillian Murphy a lot as well. So he's just excellent actor.
Florence Pugh is in it too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. and like a bunch of big names, right? Of course, but yeah.
Josh from Drake and Josh is in there too.
What?
He is.
Wait, really?
Josh Peck?
I think Josh Peck is in there. I saw him in the trailer.
Oh my god! I knew the guy from The Boys is in it. The main character.
I have no idea who that is.
He's you seen The Boys, Neil?
No, but by main character, do you mean Captain America, evil Captain America?
No. It's like the dweeby looking guy.
Oh.
The dweeby. Oh my god, this poor man.
Macon Blair is it? We're pulling up the cast list right now. Macon Blair he's a great actor. I'm glad that he's getting work in like a bigger movie.
Let's go.
Can you keep going, Brandon? Is there any more? Is that it? He's not even in the credits.
Oh man,
I swear I saw him in the trailer. I know I did.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see Emily Blunt though. I'm sure she's has a tiny part in the whole thing too.
Well, maybe. I mean, she plays his wife, right? And then Florence Pugh plays.
Oh, Alex Wolff is in there.
The girl that he cheats on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she might have a.
That was a spoiler.
Whoa,
Brandon,
Frank Oppenheimer.
Brandon spoiled that for me.
What?
Oh, that Florence Pugh was in it, and then he looked it up, and we found out together that
there's a sex
that
scene?
she
Oh my
plays
God,
his
Josh Peck is
I
in it?
told you.
Kenneth Bainbridge.
Oh, and there he is, Jack
You know-
Quaid. Jack Quaid, that's the guy.
I always took Josh Peck as a Kenneth Bainbridge. That's a perfect role. I've been waiting for this.
Dude, he put Josh in the fucking trailer to draw in those girlies. You know what I mean? Get those Drake and Josh girlies.
I mean,
I bet.
It must be working with the algorithm because I haven't seen Josh Peck in a trailer. I've only seen Jack
What?
Quaid.
Come on. Like literally it's like the first trailer. He's like
Unless I'm not recognizing him, I don't know.
you don't.
Josh,
you have a hard time.
He must be in so much makeup. I don't know.
No.
To encompass the role of Kenneth Bainbridge,
Oh my goodness.
makeup spends 2 hours a day making.
But yeah, I'm super hyped to talk about it. But tangent that the shows how good this movie is probably gonna be that we've been whole tangent
Hyping
about
it up. Mm.
But let's go back to what we actually saw.
Yeah, Barbie.
Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts on it? I was very
Do you want to do like a quick rating?
Yeah, go around and do like ratings and stuff. Let's see.
I guess we'll do out of 5.
Yeah. Well, mine's gonna be out of 5. You can convert.
So, look at this letterboxd, which is rich because I actually have a letterboxd account and I rate a lot of
Exactly.
stuff on.
What are you trying to?
No, you pay for like the premium version of Letterboxd. That's how you do it. But
Who is she?
let's see. So it's hard for me to give a concrete rating. I have an idea, but usually what happens with me is like I'll give a rating right after I watch a movie, and then a while later I'll go back and see if that rating still rings true with me. Usually it's kind of interesting just with movies in general. Usually my rating goes down slightly.
Yeah.
Because I start to I think because right after you watch a movie, I think it's something with like, it's probably something to do with like the dopamine hit, right? Especially if there was like some cool moments in there, or it was you went in with like no expectations and it ended up being better than you were expecting. So it's like it's still fresh. But then as you think about it more, it's like, oh well, maybe the pacing wasn't that great now that I think about it, and I didn't really pay attention to that because I didn't really know. It's one of those things that you would notice on like a second watch, right? Because you know what to expect at that point, or
On a
maybe
smaller screen.
Yeah. Or like the sound in this moment wasn't like mixed very well. It was just like kind of, or this thing was sort of distracting. But
Or you're not in a big group context, so like
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
laughing with everybody else. Who's laughing.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
if even if you don't necessarily find a joke funny, if everyone else is like laughing a lot, then you're more inclined to just be like, oh yeah, ha ha.
One hundo.
But I would say I didn't really look up anything about the movie because I was like, I feel like I'm not gonna really understand what the movie is completely going for, just because of how like meta and just they basically like were like, Greta Gerwig, go crazy, and she was like, no worries, and she just like threw all this shit at the wall. But I was pretty pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it. I thought I was going to be like, okay, yeah, it's like, it's a solid movie and everything. But yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I would say at least for now, either a 7 or an 8. But yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable giving it one of those two for now.
Gotcha.
And then it might go down, but just very slightly. I could see it if I revisit it, maybe in like a month or like a couple months. Like, oh yeah, this thing was like, because it's all things considered, it's not really exactly my type of movie in the first place. But I was surprised at how much I liked it regardless. So yeah, definitely like a 7 or 8 for me.
Reasonable
Yeah.
score.
No,
Reasonable
that's
score.
like right where I'm at. It's a solid 4 for me. Solid 4 out of 5.
Yep.
That's a 8 out of 10 for all you out of 10
for
listeners.
all the normal people out there.
Yeah, for the people who can do math. Yeah.
Oh God. No, I'm a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, best movie of the year.
Really?
I know, right?
Fucking
A 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10.
No,
You're
a
right.
10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Whatever. Honestly, if Spider-Verse didn't come out this year as well, it would be the number 1 movie. Right now, this is number 2 for me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's 10 out of 10.
Can I make an observation?
Yes.
I feel like this movie just totally, you needed to see this movie. And you know what I mean, you needed to see Ken go through trials and tribulations. You needed that little.
I will admit I did relate a lot to Ken. I am Knuff.
That was probably my favorite when everyone noticed the shirt.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh
the
my
little
God.
sweater.
Possible spoilers, by the way, for Barbie, for anyone else.
Dude, I was like slapping Garrett on the side. Me and Garrett were laughing the entire movie. By the way, I don't
heard
think
you two. You were
I have
going
never,
wild.
I have never laughed so hard in a movie in a very long time in theaters like that. Like it was absolutely insane.
I think the moment that made me laugh the hardest though was when after they turn everything back. They're like, where are we? And then Issa Rae comes down the stairs and she's like, it's Barbie Land, motherfucker.
Yes.
And then you see the Mattel thing over her mouth. That was so fucking funny.
I can't believe
so good.
Mattel was one of like the sponsors or like the.
No, they were directly involved in the
100.
whole process,
I can't believe
which makes
how
it even more
self-aware
interesting. Yeah, makes it
and-
a lot more interesting. Like how much
It was-
I guess you could say they like quote unquote got away with.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's like, yeah.
I mean, if Mattel was one of the people that like was supporting the movie or whatever, like, I mean, they were A-okay with everything going on.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
at the end of the day, it's like it's just more marketing for 155 million opening weekend. Mattel's just seeing dollar signs.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can make fun of them all you want. You can
They're-
point out critique them, whatever. They're like
They are literally just like Will Ferrell, actual Will Ferrell
Yeah.
in the corporate world.
I think that's what makes this movie so special, and what bumps it up to that 4 for me is because it is able to like look at itself and be super funny, but then also like be really deep, and it makes those moments so much more impactful.
It was.
So good.
It was. I was surprised at like how in some moments how just like serious it got. But yeah, those is great. A great movie.
Brandon, out of 5 or out of 10, what was your rating?
Honestly, The strong 9. I'm gonna give it a strong 9 out of 10.
Wow. A 4.5. Oh my god.
No, not a 5.
Can't say I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but strong 9 I feel is good.
Oh my god.
10 out of 10 is S tier. 10 out of 10 is,
That's my
is
boy
the
right
double
there.
S
That's my
tier.
boy.
though.
Yeah.
He is Knuff.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
I would like to say Ken really, like, Ryan Gosling really did, like, put it all on the line. He really
Oh,
made
yeah.
that movie for me
I
too.
think Ryan Gosling definitely was like he really you could tell he was having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
It's like he probably in some capacity this was like a role that you get the impression that this is a type of role that he's always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like it just seems so perfect for him as an actor.
Absolutely. That ending scene though too, between the Ken and the Kens.
Oh,
Like, I think that was probably one of my favorite moments for
yeah.
sure.
God,
Yeah.
dude,
Just
so
absolutely.
much cheering and screaming in the movie theaters
yeah,
when that scene was going on. Oh, so good.
yeah.
I want to say Margot was a perfect Barbie too.
Oh,
she
yeah.
was amazing as
The fact that anyone even talks about Ryan Gosling is only because Margot played such a perfect Barbie.
Right. Yeah.
Like she was.
I
Fantastic.
really can't imagine anyone else as like a real life transition, right?
Yeah, which is weird.
She matches
because
it so well, which is
Right.
which is weird because
She's also a perfect Harley,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is like, I mean, that's a completely different direction from Barbie. But I mean, she's just such a good actress.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Her acting capabilities to the max.
Yeah. Oh
And
my god.
I think maybe she had the harder job too because she was like one crying the whole time and then like
Oh, yeah,
also
Crying,
pull-
but has to like pretend like act like
there
she's
there
never
were
done that
actually a
before.
Right.
lot of layers to her
No, yeah.
performance, which
Yeah.
I really loved. I'm sure it was like a good like challenge for her to sort
Right.
of get into that role, and she killed it. Yeah.
one of
yeah.
my favorite moments is when she was at the bus stop with the old lady
Oh
and
yeah.
she just like looked at her and she's like, "Oh, you're beautiful." And the old lady's like, "I know." And I'm like,
You're like, damn.
I was like, "Let's go, old lady." Yes. Work.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that is just like, yeah, just those moments for me like made the movie, like with Barbie for sure.
So good. Yeah, it's funny. It's self-aware. It's also like has a message that is not like it's like the, like, in my opinion, it's like the perfect like feminist message of really any movie in the last 10 years. This isn't
Right.
like this isn't what in game where like I'll take that young man and all the girls like pop up, like it's not like that feminist message.
Oh,
Like
no.
that's like bottom tier. This is like top tier. This is actually preaches like equality and like self-worth, like knowing where knowing who you are.
Yeah.
On top of being one of the funniest movies I've ever
That's
seen
funny.
in theaters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
it's a knockout. For
What
me.
would you say to people who were like coining this movie as like super anti-man?
Watch it
and-
again? Watch again. You didn't get it. You are not Knuff.
Yeah.
Not yet.
And they're like, "Oh, this movie shits on patriarchy. They need to like
God,
shitting on our world
No.
and how we
it-
work and all that stuff."
It showed a satire version of our world, which is a patriarchy at the moment, kind of, and then it
Kind of.
And then well, you know what I mean, like
Sure.
it's the way it was presented in the world, men, bro,
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
It's not quite like that, but it's a satire version, of course, and then the way that Ken takes it is I don't know, it's like a little kid, like a little boy
Yeah.
looking at the real world, and he's just like he jumps to a conclusion that is clearly a little bit out of the norm, not what he's supposed to be doing, and then just like the conclusion they have is
Well, yeah. He like took it a little too far.
exactly, yeah, he's like I thought patriarchy was just like men and horses like ruling the world. Man. I'll be honest, when I found out horses don't even matter in there, I kind of lost interest.
I mean, honestly, I think like it's just kind of like the Ben Shapiro crowd coming out. That's just,
100.
that's just kind of
it's-
yelling about that shit. And I mean, I can see where the interpretation might lean towards that, but I don't know. It's just
It's like yes, there's like toxic masculinity like in the movie, and yes, there is like a patriarchy is like plays a minor role as like the bad guy in the movie, but it shows like the negative effects it has on men as well. Like
100.
it's a complete like equal impact, you know, like because like you see like if Barbies rule, then the Kens are upset and unsatisfied. If the Kens rule, then the Barbies are you know misogynized and give me a beer, Barbie, kind of thing. You know, it's like they're clearly one side cannot be better than the other one because then there's an unhappy side. There's a disparity in the whole society.
Yeah,
and I love that. That was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, great movie. So you gave it a 10. You gave it a 8, and Brandon gave it a
4.
9. An 8.
A 4 out of 5.
And I gave it. I'm still in between. Maybe like more closer to like a. Oh man, it's like right in the middle. See, this is why a 10 scale
It is good.
is better because I can just say 7.5. If you were on a 5 scale, what would that be? A 3 point? No. 3.75.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's weird. That's
Dude,
so weird.
the thing is, like, even in the 10 scale, I could be like, it's a 9.2. It's like, you know what I
But
mean?
it's even more detailed that way then.
Well,
at least then you're like you have like you're still on like a 10-point scale, so you have like some like 9.2. Okay, I can understand what that means as opposed to like an 8.7. Like a
are
3.75.
you guys good
out
at
of
math?
Yeah.
Do you like math?
No, it could be
No.
math. It could be
Well,
I'm a very bad. I'm a very bad Asian.
Very telling. I'll say no more. Anyways.
I don't think Neil's actually from China.
Whoa.
I think he's lying to us.
No, yo.
Whoa.
I love being chilling. Okay.
Oh my god.
Look, I love it. I can't get enough of being chilling. Just
I love John Cena.
He was
I love
also
ice cream.
he was also in this movie, by the way.
He was. Oh yeah. I forgot his little cameo.
Yeah, with Dua
so
Lipa.
Oh, that was Dua Lipa?
Of course. You
I
don't
didn't
know.
recognize her. I recognized John Cena.
Oh my gosh.
I saw that some people were kind of cheering when she showed up on screen, but I just didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
I don't listen to her a lot.
Neither do I. I didn't.
I mean, neither do I, but I pull with it with the girlies. You know what I mean? The girl artistes.
Me and Garrett recognized Lizzo was doing the soundtrack.
Oh, I
though, at the
loved.
beginning. Yeah.
Lizzo was popping off the chain.
That was yeah, good soundtrack. Good soundtrack. We didn't even mention the soundtrack. Soundtrack is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was really
It's
good. Yeah.
perfectly corny and self-aware. Oh, and the Kins have a song. Ryan Gosling sings. Ryan Gosling. All the Kins sing that one. Oh God.
I'm Ken or something.
Mid 2000 song.
Oh.
Like 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. It's so good.
Yeah, that was very good movie.
If you have not seen it, highly recommend.
10 out of 10 movie for sure.
And then I'll see if I recommend
recommendations all around. Go and see it, and we'll be sure to let you know about Oppenheimer next week or next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Next podcast. Next Friday at 3.
But I in the world of movies and TV, I saw that Invincible season 2, they got a trailer. They got a teaser trailer, and I am so excited.
Ready.
I think I'm the most excited out of everyone here because I fucking love this show. I've been waiting so patiently for an announcement because they greenlit seasons 2 and 3.
Oh yeah.
But they have not released anything besides now.
I'm so excited too. Like, I mean, Frank recommended it, and I'm like, another superhero thing. It's just like whenever Frank recommends something, there's like a little grain of salt. But then also, it's a superhero thing. It's like my war movie thing. It's like another war movie. Do I really need to know?
That's fair.
Do I really need another war movie under my But
she was watching the Umbrella Academy. I don't know if you've seen that show as well.
I have, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a fun show to watch. That's a pretty good show. And I was like, have you seen Invincible? And she was like, no. And I was like, turn this off right now.
yeah,
Turn this off right now. Go to Amazon Prime. Watch Invincible first. That's
because the
higher priority.
The Umbrella Academy. I was like talking to Frank about it, and I was like, yeah, it's not my fave. I think I'm gonna drop. And he was like, oh yeah, drop that shit right now. I know something way better.
Go back to it maybe, but watch Invincible first.
Right.
That is the highest priority. It's.
And I was pleasantly surprised. That shit went off the chain. I was at first. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was a non-believer. I was like, this bitch just showing me the same shit.
I was like, you just wait till the end of episode
and
one.
then the end of episode 1 happened, and then you were like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, okay. And like, I think we almost binged the whole thing.
Yeah.
That first
Yep.
night. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That
Yep.
night.
I binged it in 2 days. Just first
Yeah.
half one day, the second half the second
Right.
day.
It's so good. I mean, it's the same guy, same artist, same creator as The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Frank Darabont, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's. I mean, he's just a fantastic storyteller. Mm-hmm. I mean, Walking Dead comic. I don't watch the TV show. It goes off the rails here and there, but the comic book remains exceptional the entire way through.
I've heard the comics are super sick.
It's-
They're over now, right? They've been.
I think so.
Yeah, because I know the show ended.
Yeah, I don't think I ever finished it because when I read up till I couldn't read anymore, and then they made I think another couple issues or something like that to round it out. So I haven't actually finished the entire series, but I mean I've read like 75% of it, and it's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. It's very depressing. I had to go lay down
Of course.
for an hour after
yeah,
I read it. But
I wouldn't expect anything less. It seems like it would just ruin my day in a good way, but it would ruin my day.
Like ruined your day, like Berserk ruin. Or,
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's probably up there with like the drama and like
That's bad.
darkness of just like human nature. Negan is one of the best characters ever created.
Gotcha.
One of the best villains. In both the show and the comic book.
In the show, he's nuts. I have not read the comics, but yeah, in the show, he's nuts.
From the clips I've seen of Negan, like that actor who plays him is a perfect.
Dude, you know what the first time I saw him as?
What?
And he was in
I swear to God, if you say Pride and Prejudice.
that would be a good one. No, but he's not British, so.
Oh, right.
But that cute little doctor drama,
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy. 10 out of 10.
Negan was in that.
Yes, he was, and y'all aren't gonna see, right?
Yeah, let's see. Let's take your vitals then.
No. He didn't play a doctor.
Okay.
He played a patient, and then he came back as a.
Well then, doctor, take my vitals. Then.
And then he came back as a ghost. And then it's
Well then.
off the rails. But yeah, if you ever see Grey's Anatomy, it's within the realm of before season 11. So I recommend from 1 to 11, best TV I've ever seen.
Before they jump the shark and
After-
have One Piece level episodes.
Yeah, after start beginning of mid 11, it gets dumb. It gets dumb and crazy. People would never ever experience these in their life. This medical drama takes it too far, and so I had to drop it.
There's a clear jumping the shark moment
Right.
in Grey's Anatomy, but I'm super excited for Invincible as well. We need to have some sort of I don't know, episode review or we'll have a whole hour to talk about Invincible
Or something. Yeah.
I'm a little. I'm expecting it to be fantastic because the first season it was my favorite show of 2021, and I was thinking right after I finished it, I was like, okay, this is pretty damn good, and is it my favorite? Is there something else? No, it's it's so fucking awesome, and I'm so excited. I have not read the comics, and I think I want to keep it that way just because the show is how I primarily know the story. But I'm actually curious on what season 2 is going to, I guess, have content wise, because I saw that there's the teaser released, but I haven't seen the teaser yet.
Same.
Yeah.
Did you see the first teaser? With Seth Rogen's Alan the Alien.
No.
And okay, so like
Because I didn't even know that there were any teasers until like today.
Oh, I see. Well, whatever they released, I haven't seen the newest one, but the one that I had before was with, it was just Steven Yeun and Steven Yeun.
Yeah,
I think it's just Yun.
Steven Yeun.
Yun. Yeah.
Steven Yeun and Seth Rogen just like basically sitting in the with the character sitting in a coffee table, and they're just like, so what do you want to do like this year or this summer or something like that? And he's listing off all these things. It's basically all the loose ends from the first season, and like they're like showing clips of it and stuff like that. So the last episode of Invincible showed they have so many loose ends to tie up.
Yeah,
For sure.
The last one ended on such a. It's like, oh my god! Like I just, not necessarily what are they gonna do next, but like I want to see what happens as a result of this, right? But yeah, I hope the one thing that they do improve on though is the animation quality.
100.
Yes.
Because like it wasn't bad by any means, but there were definitely moments where you could tell that they definitely spent the budget elsewhere. I mean, it paid off, right?
No, they put it in the right place. The budget for animation was spent in the correct places.
Yeah.
But sometimes when he flew, and like it was a quiet scene, you're like, he's just someone just like dragged him across the screen with like a mouse. This man is not actually flying.
Freak.
Yeah, and the way that they use like CG as well was like kind of like whack.
I mean, totally passable though because they work with what they got.
They
The
definitely
story
made up for it with
the-
everything else.
Right.
story and the voice
Just
actors.
the quality of the story, the VAs, everything. It was just like everyone brought their A game, for sure. Let's see, November 3rd. And yeah, I'm just
November 3rd, dude, we're gonna have a crazy fall.
Yeah, we are.
yeah.
I cannot wait. But yeah, I mean that's we're hitting right about an hour. Any other final thoughts you guys have?
I guess that's a good way to leave it to leave it. Just build up some hype for this show. That's
Go watch Invincible.
Yeah.
Watch
Oh, yeah,
Invincible.
you
go
bitches.
watch the first. It's literally the only reason that you would need an Amazon Prime Video account.
Yeah.
Just get one for Invincible, or I mean, I'm just.
You can watch The Boys after you're done too.
I'm not condoning anything, but
Freak.
yeah, there's other ways that you can watch Invincible too. I'm just saying, but but your Prime Video, that's the only it's where it's available. Literally, just get a free trial or like a subscription. Watch that and then cancel it. But
Also, just a last note from me. If you live in Washington, local voting is available. So you guys better be motherfucking voting. No complaining about government
It's the
issues if
important
you're not
boys and girls.
voting.
Yes, Mom.
Huh?
I'll go vote.
What the hell?
if you don't vote, we're not gonna go watch Oppenheimer.
What?
we're not watching Invincible. Okay.
If you don't vote, we're gonna give Oppenheimer 1-star reviews.
Wow.
What?
Sorry, Chris.
Sorry, dog.
Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
See you, everybody. And remember, this episode is sponsored by muckers like you. Get the next episode free. But hurry up, this is only gonna last until the internet stops becoming a thing. See you, everybody.
Terms and conditions apply.